friends. I am here doing a special collab today with my friend Sleuth Style. I'm trying to get, which side are you going to be on? But hello! Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell everyone, if they don't already know you, all about the things that you do.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sara, and I am the creator of Sleuth Style, which is a brand that focuses on women in mystery. So I have a lot of merch that is inspired by Nancy Drew, Murder, She Wrote, Agatha Christie. As you can see, our lovely model is showing off one of my products. Thank you so much. I love talking about mystery things, and that's why I am so grateful that Chloe allowed me to invite myself over to her video, so we can talk about some Nancy Drew stuff and fashion, my two favorite things.
Yes, this is going to be so exciting. So, if you haven't already read the title, today we are going to be judging different Nancy Drew characters' fashion sense. We'll be listing our absolute favorite style icons, the very best of the best, the creme de la creme, and then the very worst. We'll be absolutely slamming some of these characters for their fashion choices. I think that's gonna be a fun time. And in honor of that, we have dressed up in outfits inspired by Nancy Drew games and characters. I'll start by explaining what's going on with me because I don't think it's initially very obvious, but I styled myself after Deirdre in Midnight in Salem. I've got the green blazer. I've got a cute little top. I've got a way nicer necklace than she wears. That's my inspiration.
So my outfit is pretty simple. It's inspired by Jane from Curse of Blackmore Manor. So I have my dark colored top on, although she wears a dress. We'll pretend it's a dress. And I have my white collar, not super pointy like Jane's look, where she looks like a vampire. I have my white collar, and it actually is Harry Potter themed, which I feel like kind of goes with the Blackmore Manor vibe. And that's my look for the day.
Jane's collar is perhaps too pointy.
It looks like you could cut yourself on it,
Yeah.
so
I bet she would cut people on it if she could.
yeah, I can see that.
I think I have some controversial choices for some of my picks. But let's start off with our worst fashion choices. I think we're going to alternate between my picks and Sarah's picks. Let's start with mine. No particular order. My very first pick, the one that kind of immediately came to mind, it's perhaps not the very worst fashion crime, but in my opinion, it kind of is. And it is Henrik's skin tone shirt in Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Who let that man wear that shirt? You know when he's got his lab coat on and you first see him and you're like, is he naked? This is very unprofessional. And then you realize it's his shirt and it's like, you can't do that. You can't just wear a shirt that's the color of your skin. That's weird.
That's an excellent choice. Although I've definitely seen people wearing skin tone tights, and I always think that they're walking out naked. So I guess some people just like that look, but
The nude look.
yeah, they like the double take of like, oh, was that person naked? Or but yeah, that was an excellent choice for worst dress. I would concur.
Okay, I'm glad you agree because I feel like it's kind of a weird one where it's just like, oh,
Oh,
he wears a shirt that's a particular color that I think doesn't suit him. But yeah, that's my very first pick. It's not too complicated, but I just wanted to get it out there. I hate it.
yeah, no. So I think the first person I want to start out with is Nicholas Falcone.
Ooh, okay.
When you're talking to Nicholas, it doesn't seem like that bad of an outfit. It's just a camo shirt. That's fine. But when you're walking up to Nicholas, you can see his entire outfit, and he looks like a 90s mom wearing jorts. Like the fit of these shorts that he is wearing are just so unflattering, very poofy. And then he even has like sandals that a 90s mom would wear too, like these big chunky like Jesus sandals. And so I was very taken aback by this whole ensemble. And so I was like, that's definitely on my list as one of the worst dressed. Sorry, Nicholas.
Forget mom jeans. Say hello to mom jorts.
Yes.
I don't know. I think his butt looks pretty good in those shorts, though. I have this seared onto my memory. I don't even need to look at a picture. I remember. He's got the cheeks.
Yeah, maybe that's what he was trying to show off was
Yeah.
his sculpted buttocks, but he could have done it in a more flattering way.
Yeah. And it feels a bit on the nose to be wearing camo. I don't know. It's like, oh, I've got a cause. I'm gonna wear camo. I don't know.
Yes. Yes, it seems a little bit aggressive.
Hmm.
I like little accents of camo or like different colorways of camo.
Hmm.
But yeah, his is definitely like legit camo. Like, don't mess with him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he thinks he's in the military or something. Like, come on, Nicholas. Um, yeah, I kind of thought of him, and then I was thinking of Red Knot, because he has camo as well, but I was like, well, Red Knot is wearing camo for a reason. Like, he's out bird watching. He doesn't want to be seen by the birds. But why is Nicholas wearing it? You know, he's in a theater. He's not even near some trees. It doesn't make any sense.
It would make more sense if he was dressing up in like red velvet to match like the theater and
Oh my
not
god.
be seen. But yeah, the camo just doesn't make sense.
I want to see him wearing like a red velvet suit. I just
Yeah.
wish I like remake the game, and that's the only change that's made. Nicholas Falcone is in a red velvet suit. That'd be
That
so
would
good.
instantly make the game better, I think.
My next one you might also have on your list because he's a pretty memorably awful dresser, and it's Taylor Sinclair, also from Secret of the Scarlet Hand. His tie is a crime, not just of fashion, but of other criminal crimes. It's so bad he should be arrested. And his little mustache is disgusting. It makes me physically sick to look at. And his comb over, and how he's paired like this yellow and red tie with this bright blue shirt.
Yeah, I totally agree. He was on my list as well. Yeah, like the loud pattern tie with the loud color. And yeah, the comb over and then I think he drew on his mustache with like a pencil, which is like never a good look.
I'm glad that he was on your list as well.
Yes, yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like we might have a few in common. I found when I was looking, there are a lot of Nancy Drew characters kind of just have very neutral fashion. Like, it's like, oh, it's a shirt and pants. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are a few ones that really stick out for having bad fashion, and Taylor is one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So another person that I had on my list um, was Detective Beach, Secrets Can Kill Remastered. Just everything about his look is pretty tragic. Um, like he's, wearing this polo with like this pea soup green and mustard yellow stripes, which is like, no, they don't go together. Um, his glasses straight out of like the 1970s. Um, yeah, no, doesn't go with that at all. And then yeah, even his hair, I understand he has naturally curly hair. We love to see it. But the haircut that he has is just not flattering, and unfortunately it does match the whole look. And I don't mean that in a good way. Um, so yeah, he's on my list.
Oh yeah, that was another one I considered actually. Yeah, like I mean, maybe on some people those glasses would look cool, like
Yeah.
bring back the
Yeah.
'70s. But he's like he never left the '70s. It's bad.
Yes, like he bought them when they first came out. You can tell that he bought it from like J.C. Penney in like 1984.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh my god, yeah. And that shirt is just not excusable in any situation. My next one is Charlena Purcell from Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. Was she on your list as well? I see you nodding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't you talk about her then? And then I'll say some of my thoughts.
I mean, everything is pretty bad. I think what drives me crazy most is that absolutely like nothing goes with each other. She's wearing this big, unflattering sweater, and then she puts a pair of pearls over top of her turtleneck, and then she puts a springtime brooch next to that, and then there's just I'm assuming just like a floor length skirt, from what I can tell. And yeah, like none of it goes. I don't know what season she's dressing for. Wait. And I cannot not mention her hair.
Yes.
The fact that it is just a little like nub on her head is also just totally unflattering.
Yes. Oh my god, I had very similar notes where nothing goes together. Like, not even any of the colors go together. Like, she's wearing so many different things, and literally none of them match. How did she accomplish that?
She just walked into a closet and, like, banged into whatever was in there and came out without looking.
I was actually talking to some of my friends the other day about her and her outfit, and they said her skirt looks like it's made of raw meat. And I was like, oh my god, that makes it even worse. And it does. It looks like raw meat. It's disgusting.
She's not pulling it off like Lady Gaga did.
No, no. She's no Lady Gaga.
No. Yes, that's the big revelation of this video. Charlene Purcell is no Lady Gaga. Okay, so the last person on my list, because we have a lot of the same people.
Oh, yeah.
Is, I'm gonna butcher his name. I meant to look up his name but I forgot. It's Jean-Michel Trecanard.
Oh, this is interesting.
Danger by Design. Yeah, I wrote down that this man makes me feel uncomfortable. The open shirt. The open shirt with the hairy chest and the medallion to call further attention to his hairy body. And then the vest and the glasses, the rectangular glasses. I understand that he's like a fashion person and they're probably trying to like, do something eccentric like Karl Lagerfeld or, one of those amazing designers. But yeah, it just didn't work for me. So that's why he is the last person on my worst dress list.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, I actually have two more on my list, so I'll power through them. My second to last is Guadalupe Camillo from White Wolf Bicycle Creek. She's got this weird, like, saggy poncho, but it's like a weird poncho that only goes to like boob length, and then like a weird shapeless brown shirt underneath it, and then she's got this like hair that looks like she cut it herself in the dark with a pair of blunt scissors. It's just so many terrible things about her look, and she's like Red Knot, where she's going out and, like, bird watching, but she doesn't blend in at all. She sticks out because of how awful her outfit is and everything about her.
Yeah, no, those are all super valid points. Yeah, I definitely looked at her as a choice for my worst dress list because I don't know what it is that she's wearing.
A potato sack.
Yeah, a potato sack that she found, and yeah, like I don't know if just her shoulders were cold, so she just flung something on them. Yeah, and like you said, all around the hair, the rest of the outfit is just it's not a good look.
This is one of my kind of controversial picks, but my last person on my worst dress list is actually Nancy.
That is a great unexpected choice.
Okay, I'm glad you agree. Like, I don't know, I love a good pair of mom jeans myself, but I don't think Nancy is wearing them in, like, the fashionable way. She's wearing them in, like, a very unknowledgeable of fashion way. Like, she's like, oh, these are comfy, so I'm putting them on. Like, and fair enough, but, like, her outfits are all pretty darn tacky from what you see of them. Like, that green horse shirt that's often in her bag, and the fact, like, that the only pants she wears is mom jeans. Like, have some variation, Nancy. Add some flavor to your outfits.
Yeah, no, that is an excellent choice that I did not think of, but it's totally worthwhile. Um, yeah, I remember playing the games when I was like 10 or 11 and and like opening up her suitcase and seeing the mom jeans and just being like I was just horrified. Like I knew right then and there. I was like, oh, this is she doesn't know what she's doing, and I was like, 10.
Yeah.
Um, it's fun. It left an impression on me.
Yeah.
Like like there's, we don't remember everything from our childhood, and yet I remember that.
It's like funny because in the original book she's very stylish, like she's very put together, but not so in the games.
Yeah, that is absolutely right. We read a lot about what her outfits are. Like they go to great lengths, I feel like, to
Yeah.
describe the shape and the color and the accessories. Yeah, and that doesn't that's it's a different Nancy in the game.
It's a different Nancy. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Did you have any honorable mentions for worst dressed?
Yes, I did. I whittled it down a lot to two honorable mentions for worst dress. And one of them is Charlie from Message in a Haunted Mansion.
I almost put him on mine too.
Yeah. He is just wearing a white t-shirt and jeans, but they overdid it with like the texturing of that t-shirt because it looks like it's been permanently like run over with a tractor. It's just so wrinkly. So I felt like that had to be mentioned. Charlie, like, please fold your clothes, steam them and iron them.
Well, he can because he's living in the back room. I think that's why they did it that way. So it's kind of clever in a way, but I also agree that, like, buddy, come on. Surely you could ask Rose to borrow an iron. Come on.
That is an interesting point. I like the storytelling there.
You know what? He can't ask Rose to borrow an iron because Nancy's using it to pull down the dumbwaiter. So
exactly.
It's not his fault.
There you go. There we go. We won't blame him. And then my second person, and she was really close. She was so close to making the worst dressed list. Is Mrs. Drake from Blackmore Manor. Again, when you're walking up to her, you see her whole outfit, and it is this brown dress with like gray stockings and these big chunky shoes. It's an equivalent to like looking like a nun, I feel. Just very unflattering, very boring. Like I know that she's pretty like uptight, but I feel like even she could loosen up a little with her wardrobe and add some like color, or even, that skirt going up a few inches would help. But yeah, I guess that's just Mrs. Drake's look, and yeah, I'm not here for it.
Again, the potato sack school of fashion.
Yeah. Yep. We went to the same school.
Yep. Wow. Connections. I only have one honorable mention for worst dressed, and it's Antonio Fango from Phantom of Venice. You don't really get to see his full outfit very much, but it's this absolutely eccentric, like, checkered pattern suit, like an orange and green kind of tie combination. Like, it's like vomit colors. Like, the color palette is just vomit. I rest my case. Antonio Fango.
Yes, Yeah, agree. I was trying to get a better look at him, and it was just so difficult that I like gave up. I was like, whatever. We barely see him. But yes, I do remember his outfit being horrible and like he's up there with, Taylor Sinclair
Yes.
and Detective Beach right up there. They're buddies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually the color scheme is very similar to Detective
Mhm.
Beach, so there's a
Mhm.
definite comparison to be made there. All right, shall we move on to our best?
Yes. One of my best dressed people on my list is Jessalyn Thornton from Ghost of Thornton Hall. The reason I put her on the list was I was actually like really impressed by her when I first saw her playing when I was playing the game. Like I thought she just looked really modern and up to date that we don't typically get to see in Nancy Drew games. Like it's like you said, they're kind of like basic outfits.
Hmm.
But I thought it is a basic outfit as well, just a leather jacket, jeans, and a little t-shirt. But I thought it was done really well, where she looked really stylish and cool. And I almost like this is gonna sound bad, but I almost felt like I wasn't playing an Nancy Drew game for a second because she just looked like just totally from a different universe. So yeah, she's one of my best dressed. Like I said, you can't go wrong with like a nice fitting leather jacket, jeans, like it's timeless, it's clean. So she's one of my first picks.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't think of Jesslyn, but you're right. Like, just I don't know, the importance of having a well-fitting outfit does so much. I'm gonna start with one that I wasn't gonna lead with, but I think I should because it's very controversial in that you had them on your worst dress list. And it's actually Jean-Michel Traquenard. I just think that he knows how to accessorize. Like that green vest, the ruffled shirt, the statement medallion, and like the orange tinted, like rectangular glasses. Like that's a funky look going on there. It's definitely memorable. You can at least give me that. I don't know. I would wear it. I would wear it.
I could see you pulling it off more than Chuckanard.
Fair enough.
Anything with like a deep V for a man, uh, yeah, it makes me a little
Yeah.
uncomfortable. So, so yeah, I can see your points. Those are all good points. Um, yeah, the fact that he does accessorize and is taking chances. So I will give him credit for that. You have convinced me to give him some credit and not just put him in the dumpster.
Good. I'm glad I won you over a little.
The next person I had was John Gray from Last Train to Moon Canyon. Um, I thought he again looked really sharp. He just looks like a cool dude. He's wearing like this cream colored sweater and this brown, almost looks like a suede jacket. Nice glasses, his haircut's nice. Yeah, he just looks like sharp and a guy that I would, talk to instead of run away from. Like
Like Jean
like
Michel.
someone yeah.
I can see a theme emerging already of nice jackets on your
Yeah.
best dress list.
Can win me over with a nice jacket.
I do like John Gray's outfit. That cream sweater is very nice. Very cool.
Cool, yes.
Yeah, I can see him in like a coffee shop at like a poetry
Mhm.
reading. That's kind of the
Yeah, I
vibe.
can see it.
Well, I also have one from Ghost of Thornton Hall, and it's actually, this might be considered cheating a little, but it's Charlotte Thornton, the ghost, because her outfit is just like a gothic dream. It's this like, yeah, very long romantic dress, like this like red, like dark red and black color scheme. She's got lots of like lace detailing in there. She's got this fantastic kind of, I guess it's like a masquerade mask, because it was like a party, I think, the night she died. And again, it's quite different from a lot of the looks that her interactive do, like we're saying, that are quite simple. So it really stands out. And I'm like, ooh, that ghost, she's scary, but she's a fashion queen.
Yeah, like you're scared, but you're also like,
Where'd she
that's
get
a
her
nice
dress?
outfit. Yeah. It, fits the occasion and the vibe of the game perfectly.
Mm.
Um, I'm like so curious, like what other people were wearing to this party.
Yeah.
Like, was everyone supposed to dress in like a ball gown? And like, do people still do that? Do they have these masquerades where they dress up in a ball gown? Because it was like her 21st birthday, right?
Mm.
I was like, is this like a Southern thing? Like, we do like a ball gown masquerade, like when we turn, 21, 18, whatever it was. Like, it just leaves me with a lot of questions.
True. Southerners, sound off in the comments if you do that. Um,
Yes.
now that this got me thinking, I'm like, I want a Nancy Drew game that's set during like a fancy masquerade party like that, so that everyone's in those kind of amazing, elaborate party outfits. I think that's a really cool setting for a mystery as well. I don't know. I want it. I
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, it's off topic, but but Murder She Wrote had an episode where, yeah, it was set in a masquerade, so everyone had these like amazing, elaborate costumes. And yeah, that would be so cool to see that in a game. Maybe even we get to see Nancy in her
Oh,
costume. I
yeah.
mean, I'm sure she'll be wearing a mask, but
Yeah, any glimpse of Nancy is good for
yes.
me, especially if she's not wearing mom jeans.
Yeah, that's true. Again, I hope I don't butcher this name, but the next person I had on my list was Kua Mapu from Creature of Tapu Cave. I really like her outfit because I really think the color is quite nice. I think it's a really great summer beach look. She's wearing kind of like this pinky purple little tank top that's cropped, and then she has that cute like skirt that's asymmetrical. Very monochromatic, which I feel like is very in right now, even though this was made, a decade ago. So yeah, I think it's a look that I would wear, that other people would wear in this day and age, that it, kind of just goes with the vibe of the game and the atmosphere. Um, and it suits her, I think, her age range appropriately. Like, Nancy being 18-year-old and wearing mom jeans in 2000 is unrealistic. Whereas Pua wearing this like you said, cute little crop top and skirt, and she's like a teenager, like that totally fits. So I think that was an excellent choice. The only criticism I have is that she's wearing these sandals that looks like she bought from like a Skechers store. Like they are these big, clunky flip-flops that look super comfortable. I'm sure they're like incredibly comfortable, so I can't judge her too harshly. I mean, comfort is king. But aesthetically, they're pretty terrible.
Oh yeah. Oh, she is like the epitome of like early 2000s fashion though. And that's so in right now. And you make a really good point about the early 2000s and Nancy and her mom jeans. She wouldn't be wearing mom jeans. She'd be wearing low-cut jeans. It's the early 2000s,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Low cut, maybe even flares.
wow. That would be very bold for Nancy.
Yeah, that's true. That might be too out of her
Yeah, you can't solve mysteries when you're tripping up over your flares all the time.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I love Pua's look, like that total like kind of like beach girl look. My next one is probably not that surprising. It is Minette from Danger by Design. She just has such an iconic look, like the all white outfit and her mask, which adds this aura of mystique, and her bright red hair. Like, I wish I could get my hair that color. It's such a cool color. And she's got this kind of like gauzy, kind of shimmery, like shawl thing. And it's actually really impressive that they could, like, you know, graphically model a fabric that looks like that, especially at the time. Like, it's quite impressive looking, and yeah, it's made an impression on me. And like, it's kind of like a jumpsuit pantsuit type of thing, which I just love. Pantsuits, jumpsuits, they're underrated, but so cool.
Yeah, I was definitely looking at her for best dress. Because yeah, I love a monochromatic look, all white. And yeah, it's just incredibly interesting. I think they did do a really good job with her. Um, like yeah, like you said, like the jumpsuit, almost like a cape poncho
Mm.
combo, just really was interesting and unusual that you could see a person that works in fashion wearing something like that. Um, and yeah, even like you said, the color of her hair is really cool. The cut of her hair, I think, was really cute
Mm.
too, like the little pixie cut.
Yeah.
The alien tattoo we won't talk about,
No,
but
no.
it's not a terrible look, but we won't talk about
No.
it.
But the rest of her look is utterly rude.
The next person that I thought had a really good look was Dagny Silva from Sea of Darkness. I was super impressed by just the graphics of her look and her facial features. Like I thought it was probably the best like model design of a character and her outfit. Like everything just looked like pretty darn realistic. Um so I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like we need all the games to look like this." Um and yeah, and the look itself was really really cute. Like, you know, that little puffer jacket with the faux fur collar. At least I hope it's faux fur or vegan. And then her hat, which is like a bold look. Like I don't know if I would have, you know, picked that hat out for myself, but she rocks it and it makes sense for that atmosphere and the climate. And so yeah, I think it was just a great look that, you know, anyone can wear and stay warm in.
Yeah. You know, I'm sure it is vegan. She's gay, so, you know, all the gays are vegan.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
It is a great look outfit, and yeah, that hat is a very bold choice, but I think she really does pull it off. There are a lot of cool like kind of outfits in that game, like all the kind of this fisherman kind of sweaters, and there's Elizabeth has like a sweater that matches her mittens and her hat. Like, Sea of Darkness overall, pretty fashionable game, but yeah, Dagny is a standout. My next one is kind of a weird, random choice, and not a character that you really see much of, but my next one is Maya Wen from the final scene. I was looking closely at Maya's top that she's wearing in the kind of one brief scene where you really see her, and I hadn't really noticed it before or looked at it too much, but it's like this very 90s top. It's like this black long sleeve with a blue butterfly pattern on it, and yeah, I kind of just love it for how of that era it is, especially because yeah, those outfits and kind of styles are coming back in, but it's just like it actually is such a cool top and legitimately something that a teen of that era would be wearing. Like, I could see that on Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, yeah. I was looking really closely at her too because I thought the same thing. I was like, this is a really good look that we don't get to see much of.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really great look and the top is adorable. It looks great on her. Like you said, it totally fits with her, like how old she is and the time period. And I kind of wish that we did see more of her.
Hmm. Yeah,
So she
instead
is
of
really,
Nicholas
really cute.
Falcone.
Yes, and his butt.
Yeah.
But I guess, we gotta take what we can get.
Yeah. Gotta appreciate the butt for what it is.
Yeah. So my next person, or my last person, um, is Xenia Dukas. I probably butchered her name. I apologize. Her final outfit in
Labyrinth of Lies?
thank you. Like, what game was it? Yes, her final finale outfit. Again, that was another one that when I first saw that outfit, I was taken aback by how like cool it looked. Because it's like that one shoulder
Mm.
floor length dress, but it has like that it's like a lava rocks pattern, and then it's even like kind of cut out at the top, and then the rest is just kind of ombre to like a red and a opening. She even got that like Angelina Jolie leg opening where you can see her sandals that go, to her knee. That was just a really cool look. And I think it's like they put, it's kind of up there, I would say, with Charlotte in
Mm.
her outfit. Like these were outfits that they clearly put a lot of like time and thought in, and they were like, we're gonna make these like showstopper outfits. um, and so I almost kind of wish I saw more of her in that
Mm.
outfit. But yeah, I think it's super memorable, super well thought out. Um, yeah, so I think she probably is one of the best dressed, if not the best dressed on my list.
Oh yeah, and you're so right about the level of detail, and it's very, like we've been saying all throughout, very different from a lot of the typical Nancy Drew characters, and you can tell they really did put a lot of thought into it, and it's really cool that dress as well. How it's kind of like a kind of complete opposite from her original dress, which if I
Mhm.
remember correctly, it's like a white dress, and it works thematically as well, because the whole story is about like Hades and Persephone, like and those two dresses are like the two sides of Hades and Persephone, and it's cool because like yeah, she emerges as this villain in this total like villain dress, looking way cooler than Nancy, I might add.
Yeah. Yeah, she was wearing mom jeans, right? At
Yeah.
the end,
Yeah.
probably like super hot. It was like the summer.
Yeah, not even
I mean,
mom jorts like Nicholas Falcone.
yeah.
Yeah, Nancy may have the moral victory, but I think Xenia had the fashion victory in that situation.
Yeah.
My last pick is actually probably my favorite outfit or look in all the Nancy Drew games. So the rest of them weren't really ranked, but this is probably my number one. And it's quite like a simple look, and I think it's often overlooked. But that is Helena Berg from Phantom of Venice. She's got this kind of cream-colored, short-sleeved, button-up linen-looking top. She's got her short blonde hair and this like incredible dark lipstick to kind of offset it, and she has these nice little like pearl earrings. It's just a really classic look, and then she accessorizes it further with Nancy's locket that she got from Ned, which I think is super sexy and evil of her, and I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just so like ballsy to steal it and then wear it.
Yeah, Ned's my boyfriend now.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah, no, that is another great outfit. Yeah, like I love the colors are just really, crisp and clean. Her hair, like you said, is a great look for her. Yeah, like I don't know, I'm starting to is this like our second or third villain that spoiler alert,
Yeah.
culprit that is on the best dressed list?
Yeah, there's been quite a
Um,
few, you're right.
Yeah, so I guess they know what they're doing, except they don't know how to get away with
Yeah.
with crime, but but with clothes, not bad.
Yeah. Apparently the villains are always best dressed. That's what I'm taking away
Yeah,
from this.
I think so.
You just gotta find the best dressed character in every Nancy game, and you know they're the culprit. That's the
Yeah,
secret.
that's it. Yeah, because actually, well, honorable mentions for best dress.
Mm.
One of them, again, spoiler alert. One of my best honorable mentions is Soren. Like you said, I really love the sweaters that they had in, Sea of Darkness. I thought he looked really good and his hair looked really nice as
Mm.
well. Um, so yeah, I'm seeing a theme.
Yeah. Well, I do like Sora, and he's very, I don't know, this is gonna sound weird. He's very clean looking. You know, he
hmm
looks like he would smell nice, but not like an offensive aftershave taste. He's a
Yeah,
classy
yeah,
guy.
yeah. Like he knows when it's too much. Like he wouldn't wear Axe,
No.
and whatever cologne he's wearing, he knows just he's a little bit.
Yeah. Less is more.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll say one of my honorable mentions. I don't know how many you have. I have three, actually. I almost had more, but then I was like, I need to eliminate some honorable mentions. It's going to be like a whole separate list. But my first one that I thought of is Richard Topham from Secret of the Old Clock. He's just a very sharp dresser. He's got a nice, well-tailored suit, and it's not in any offensive colors or patterns. It's this kind of like nice charcoal gray. It's a very, very classy look, I think.
Yeah. He was definitely someone that I was looking at closely for best dress. Um, I had like a really hard time narrowing down best dress. So I have like quite a few honorable mentions. Like like Colin from Phantom of Venice, Deirdre from either of the games that she was in. I really like Abby's outfit with her purple cardigan and her hoop
Abby was
earrings.
one of mine too. Yeah.
And I think oh, what's his name? I don't know how I could forget his name. Dave from Secret of Shadow Ranch. Like I think he pulls off that cowboy outfit like amazingly, which
hmm
I think is quite difficult. And then another person I had was I'm forgetting everyone's names. Uh, Samantha Quick from
Ooh.
I'm forgetting everything now. Samantha Quick from Silent Spy. Both of her outfits, I think, were really, really nice. They were just like these little dresses with the boots. Thought they were really nicely put together. And then finally, I feel like it would be wrong of me not to mention Nancy's cat suit.
Oh yeah.
I think that has to be honorable mention for best dress. I would love to see Nancy like without her mask in a cat suit. I think it's 10 times or a million times better than mom jeans. So that's why I added that to my list.
That is a good one. Probably potentially the only time she doesn't wear mom jeans, which is impressive in itself.
Yeah, that was a totally like weird situation. I
Yeah.
remember even thinking at the time that I was playing it, as like, I don't know, 13, 14-year-old and being like, we're gonna put on a cat suit and dance for money? Like,
Yeah.
this seems
Interesting.
odd in a
Yeah.
Nancy Drew game. This seems, but it's there.
Yeah, it is so like out of the blue and yeah, very very out there for a Nancy Drew game and very kind of out of character for Nancy herself, but you know, it just
Yeah.
shows that she will do anything for money. I have one additional honorable mention, and that is my beloved Professor Hotchkiss from Treasure in the Royal Tower. She's got like this cool kind of like dress that almost looks like tapestry pattern, and especially like compared to all the other characters in that game, they're all just wearing basically the same shirt but in different colors.
Yeah.
So
I
she
noticed that
really
too.
stands out. Yeah, it's like, what is this? Do they all shop at the same store?
And I totally appreciate the level of personality that she clearly has in that dress.
Okay, I guess that's all we have.
Mhm.
I'm kind of surprised we didn't have more in common for the best dressed, but I like
There
all
was
of
a
our
lot.
picks. Yeah, more than
There
I
was a
thought.
lot.
Yeah, it's surprising that we had more in common with the worst. So obviously there aren't that many badly dressed Nancy Drew characters, which is shocking.
Yeah, that is shocking.
But I loved our one, a divisive one was Jean Michel Traquenard.
The only one that we're like, can't agree on.
Yeah, he's just unique. He's the
He
wild
is.
card.
He is the wild card. I would love to, there should be like a vote or something.
Yes. Okay, in the comments, say whether you think Jean-Michel Traquenard is best dressed or worst dressed. And just in general, let us know who your best dressed picks would be for the Nancy Drew games and who your worst dressed picks would be, who you'd choose for these categories. And thank you very much, Sara Sleuth Style, for coming on and hanging out and chatting through these options today. It has been so much fun. And you should all follow Sara on all her social media. I will link it down below in the description. Do you have any last comments, messages?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Like I said, I'm so grateful that you said yes to my harebrained scheme of appearing on one of your videos. It's been, amazing talking to you and talking about Nancy Drew and talking about fashion. Yeah, and I just want to thank you for, putting out the amazing content that you do put out because I enjoy it so, so much, which is why I wanted to work with you. So yeah, thank you so much for having me, Chloe.
Oh, thank you. And I love your work so much as well. Like I say, this is a dream collab for me. This has been so wonderful. And I hope you and people who are watching have a wonderful day.
Yay!